I have studied about it, how emotions play a role in a person makes the person a human. Then I saw that I am creating harmony in people's lives. And I always say postponing the problem is not helping in any way. Rather, you will get ready to pay a bigger price for postponing it.
Hey, you are listening to Dream 100 Business Show podcast with Savita Hosamani. We at Dream 100 Business Show are on a mission to help business owners to move to the next level in their personal and business journey by helping them to make smarter decisions. In this show, we decode what goes on in the minds of successful business owners during challenging times and how they converted their dreams into profitable products or services. When I was working in a corporate job, my parents were very happy about me working in an MNC company. They would express it very openly that my daughter is working in such and such a place. Seeing them happy made me feel good, but from within, I was not happy. Whenever I tried to express it, I was always shown the bigger advantages of working in a company. And I would not go further on this topic as I did not feel comfortable extending that conversation. I sometimes wish that I wanted to talk it out with someone where I could really express myself, or sometimes even the thought of connecting with a professional counselor crossed my mind. But I did not have the courage to approach a counselor. And this conflict led to me not being harmonious with my own feelings or with my own self. And when I quit my job and started off on my own, I slowly started finding harmony in different ways with my emotions because I started expressing my real feelings. I noticed that the more authentic I was, the more healthy I became, the more productive, creative, and joyful I was. So it is very important to be in harmony with your own self. And I totally relate to the statement postponing your problems does not help to solve the problem. In fact, it aggravates the problem. In today's episode, I am super excited to have a conversation with a celebrity psychologist who decodes how to bring in harmony with our emotions. So, first and foremost, let's understand what is the meaning of a harmony coach. Do such coaches even exist as well? Yes, they do. So, let's listen to him.
Initially, I was calling myself a psychologist, but people were wondering what the psychologist is. And whenever the word psychologist comes, we end up talking about depression, anxiety, stress, and all other disorders. But I wanted to be in a different space. I said, what is that I'm creating being a psychologist? Then I saw that I am creating harmony in people's lives at different levels, individual level, family level, organization level, or community level. So then I said, so if I am creating harmony in their life, why don't I call myself as harmony coach instead of just a psychologist?
So, when you start expressing the outcome of your service, that is a beautiful way of expressing yourself, isn't it? Now, the next question that arises in one's mind is now that we know what is the meaning of an harmony coach, can one reach out to a psychologist to develop mental fitness?
There is no fixed measures for mental wellness. For example, for BP, you have 80 to 120 as a measure. Whether it is absolutely correct or not is a different question to answer, but at least you have some measures to indicate whether you are mentally physically fit or not. But when it comes to mental health, there is no specific indicators as such. But what I would suggest is, if there is any imbalance in the way you are dealing with people in terms of your thought processes, emotions, or behavior, or if there is any thought that is bothering you, or any any shift that is happening in you, can be an indicator that something needs to be addressed. Being mindful of oneself, keeping oneself under observation, is a measure or is a tool through which they can actually figure out whether something is needed to be addressed. Yeah, something like that. But it's very difficult to, it's very subjective, I would say. There is no specific measure.
So, do you want to know more about bringing in harmony with your emotions? Then all you have to do is listen to the 39th episode of Dream 100 Business Show as Akshara Damle unfolds his experiences on a much deeper level. And here are my top 3 takeaways from this amazing conversation. My first learning is that a lot of mental health issues do not need medication. So do not postpone any issue which is actually bothering you from within. My second learning is that one has to keep constantly observing himself or herself and keep checking if we are off track from our day-to-day life activities. The third learning is that emotions make people human. Along with materialistic wealth, emotional connect is important for mental wellness and to be happy and harmonious with oneself. So I thank Akshara Damle for his wonderful insights, and do tune into the 39th episode, and link to the 39th episode is provided in the show notes. To care to share your thoughts on mental fitness and share this wonderful episode with people whom you care. If you are a person who cares about your growth and you feel that it will help any of your friends' growth as well, then do care to share this episode with all the people whom you want to listen, learn, and implement. For real-time interaction with real people, click on the link in the show notes and join the Telegram group to connect and interact with other listeners. We are always waiting to hear from you. Thank you so much for being such a wonderful listener.